Hello, my beautiful collective. Today we're just doing a general collective reading. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. And if this message isn't resonating with you, feel free to check out any other readings on my channel that may ping you. So let's get started. What is the collective watching, needing to hear most right now to give them a boost in the right direction, or some validation or clarity on the situation? Community. All tied up. Man holding a heart. Seventh chakra. Action. First chakra. I'm feeling like you may have been in some sort of group of friends, or take it how it resonates. It could have been maybe coworkers, or maybe just being in social settings in general, where you're feeling like you couldn't be yourself, like your throat was closed up, like your lips were sealed, kind of like an outsider, like you didn't fit in, or you just haven't meshed with any groups that you've been in. You haven't found your people, your tribe. And it seems like this has really affected your sense of belonging and worth, self-worth. Like it may make you question yourself. Like, am I good enough? You know, do people just not like me? You know, what is it? And it may be because this card here, all tied up, she appears to be like wrapped up in robes, like unable to move, completely like stuck inside of herself. But look at all the magic coming off of her. And her beautiful face, like she doesn't look sad. She looks magical. I'm getting that this was just your path. This is just how it was supposed to be up until this point. And with the all tied up, it's giving that you needed, like, you weren't supposed to have a community of people that you could like really vent to or be yourself to, or like you needed to go within, like you needed to kind of like be forced to go within, to contemplate, you know, spend time in introspection in your inner world, like you're on a journey of learning how to, I'm getting from this, hold yourself. Man holding a heart, this could be your own inner masculine. You take it how it resonates, but you could have been wounded either in relationships or youth, childhood, by masculine presence. Maybe could have made you feel like you weren't of value or important to them, of high importance to them. Like you didn't feel that sense of belonging and acceptance. I mean, it could have been there, but it wasn't palpable. And this journey of being kind of forced within is teaching you, it may have been a long and painful road, but teaching you how to hold yourself, hold your fragile parts, find home within yourself. And also turn to source, the divine, for that sense of home, acceptance, belonging. Wow, this was just, I just saw this on the bottom of the deck and it just popped out. Angel of Strength. You definitely have, we have Archangel Michael here, the Angel of Strength. You definitely have unseen supports watching over you, looking out for you, guiding you. You were meant to turn to source instead of turning to friends up until this point. And quite possibly having like a tight group of friends that you kind of like run to, they could have held you back from your purpose. I'm seeing action here. And it's a white horse and a black horse, dark and light, inner duality, you know, inner union, feminine, masculine. And this is card of action. It could have been that, yeah, exactly as I said, having, you know, a community that you felt like you belonged to. If you had that, you wouldn't have been forced to go within and find your own inner strength. You would have had others to kind of lean on for that strength. So you were pushed inside of yourself to find home, to find self-worth, self-love, to learn how to hold yourself, to come into, to learn your shadows and your light, to learn divine union within self. We have Goddess of the Moon and 6th chakra. Archangel Metatron. Yeah, you're definitely magical. You're definitely intuitive, spiritual. You definitely have a higher purpose. That required you to go within. Okay, so we have rest and rejuvenation. And then we have happy family. With rest and rejuvenation, it's coming across as going within, meditation, exploring your inner world. You see this magic just like swirling into his body? It's like divine light being called in. Really going inwards to find source, to find home, to find love, and learn self-love. Door to personal healing and happiness. Whatever you're meant to do in this world is going to be so fulfilling for you. And this inward journey in coming into your purpose is the door to personal happiness and healing. It's going to lead to a really fulfilling home life. The sun. Yes, I love this. Look at how beautiful and magical and just in her essence she is. And notice that she's all alone and she's thriving. And we have the water, which is more of a feminine energy. And then we have the sun, which is more of a masculine, which is just speaking to me, divine union, inner union. Just beautiful flowers. She's glowing. All of the loneliness that you may have felt through the years or isolation, it's for a reason. We have a door to value. Yeah, once you come into whatever your purpose is, whatever work you're meant to do in the world, or what, like expressing your divine gifts, it is going to be so fulfilling for you. It's like you're gonna finally see what it was all for. It's like all the dots will connect once you get there. Everything will make sense. Everything will be clear, and you will know your worth. You will know your value. There will be no questioning it. Walking away. Interesting. Storm warning. You may have had to walk away from either toxic people, relationships, or situations in your life in order to really step into your power and find yourself fully. Like, you may have gone through life feeling kind of like an outsider and lonely as far as social settings go. And you may have had certain family members around you that you kind of, like, they were the only ones you could lean on. But I'm feeling like it may not have been the healthiest dynamics. Like, you may have had to walk away from something that meant a lot to you, that you maybe really tried to make work, but it just wasn't serving. And it's giving the vibe of, you know your worth, no matter what their opinion is of you. You know your truth, you know your purpose, you know your your beliefs, your connection to spirit. Like, you don't need their validation. Like, you may have sought it for a long time, but you're coming into the understanding that the only validation you need is from yourself, and in the fulfillment that you are going to attain through spreading your gifts in the world. We have door to spirit and a woman holding a heart. You could be calling in, now that you're like coming into this really beautiful, like self-nourishing energy, you could be attracting like a really good soul friend. Like someone that you can be real with, that understands you, your beliefs. Like, there's no judgments. It's just easy. Journey. You are well on your way towards your destiny, the path that you are always meant to be on. Look how magical she is. She's just standing in so much magic. Leaving her past pains, she's about to drop them off the bridge. Good riddance. I'm on my way. I know my worth. I know my value. I'm validating myself. I am living my best. My inner core essence is radiating. Blossoming abundance. Whatever work that you're doing, whatever gifts that you're sharing with the world, it's going to make you, like, you are going to be just immersed in abundance in more ways than one. Financial, but also in joy and happiness, fulfillment, peace. Like, you're just going to be like living in the feeling of abundance. Like, every single thing you do, from waking up in the morning to, you know, making your morning drink, whatever it is, nourishing yourself, every little thing is going to just feel like so abundant with the amount of just fulfillment and happiness that you've attained. Yin yang. You're coming into balance and harmony. And it seems like you have really worked hard for this. Like, this has been a long time coming. What else, Spirit? What else does the collective need to hear? Changes. You're going through a period of change. You could be overthinking a bit. Like your mind could feel a little scrambled. Maybe you're having like doubts as if this is really going to come to fruition. Like, am I finally coming into this energy? Is it real? Is it gonna last? Is it gonna slip away? And you could be like overthinking, and that can really weigh you down. That can really like bog you down. It can, like, if your mind is constantly racing around, just going back and forth, like this, that, the other, like, just mind clutter and chatter, it's going to keep you stuck. You're going to be at a standstill, because if your mind's consumed with these thoughts, they're just like running on autopilot and like bringing stress into the body, you're going to feel stuck. And you're going to feel stagnant, and you're going to feel like things aren't progressing. But the message here is to go within. Go within into the body. Let the mind melt away and sink into the body, and you'll find peace. Let go of the doubts, of the overthinking. Trust in divine timing. Trust in yourself. Like, you feel this. You feel this is true. And you've felt this coming for a long time, or for at least a while. Stop overthinking, because it's not serving you. As much as you think it to death, you will get nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. You can't think it into fruition. You can't stress it into fruition. Be in the moment. Get into your body. Get out of your mind. Whatever you can do to get into your body, whether it's meditation, exercise, walking, doing something creative, reading, dancing, singing. Just get out of those toxic thought patterns, because they're not doing you any good. Healing energy. Divine timing. What am I saying? Yeah, you need to sink into your healing, into nourishing yourself. Just invest into yourself. Stop thinking and start working on any ways where you can strengthen the trust in yourself. Whether it's journaling, whether it's creating a mantra and when I create mantras, I take it kind of like to the next level, rather than just saying an affirmation, of actually like feeling each point in your mantra, like in the body, like embodying the feeling of what you're trying to affirm into your life. Nourish yourself, develop self-trust, go into the body, into your intuition, and forget about timing, period. Don't worry about when it's happening. You know what they say, a watched pot never boils. Stop watching the pot. Anger. You could be feeling frustrated, that things aren't unfolding the way you feel that they're going to. And you know what? Divine orchestration and divine plan is always so much better than our plan or the way we can try to make things work. You know what you can do is, it could be a journaling practice, it could be meditation, or whatever. Just try to rack your brain for times in your life where something worked out in your favor in such a way that you could have never planned. You could have never orchestrated it. Like miracles happening that are they're just divine intervention. And focus on that energy. Like embody that energy. Sexual energy. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like just let go of trying to make your work in the world happen. Just let go of it. Release it. And pour your energy into other things. Into creating the life that you want, into creating the version of you that you envision yourself being when you're in that purpose. Like, what does she look like? When you imagine yourself living out like your soul desires, how do you see yourself? Do you look the same? Do you dress the same as you do now? Do you walk with the same energy? Do you handle problems in your life the same way? Work towards that. Pour your energy and attention into becoming the version of yourself that you imagine when you think of just being in, like, living your dreams. Omens. Start paying attention to flashes of inspiration that you get. They could go as quick as they come. They could just literally flash into your mind and leave. And you may have, looking back now, you may be thinking of flashes that you've had come into your mind and how maybe you have just, as soon as they left your mind, you forgot about them. You just let it go. Maybe in the future, maybe this, maybe that, or just not paid it any mind at all. Start paying attention to what comes into your mind. Do you get a flash of maybe a creative project you want to do and you kind of come up with excuses as to why you can't spend the time doing that? Maybe you feel like you should be using your time in a more responsible way, in a more proactive, productive way. Maybe working towards putting your gifts out into the world. No, we're letting that go, remember? We're just letting it go because it's not going to get you anywhere. Pay attention to those flashes of insight and inspiration that you get and act on them. You can build a greater trust in yourself by showing up for yourself, by following those inspirations, those insights that come into your mind, by following through on what your soul's trying to speak to you, by keeping the promises you make to yourself, by by actually investing time into your happiness. If you had a friend who every time you made plans or said you wanted to like do something with them, they just completely flaked on you, like it was just of no importance, like, oh, they could be, doing something more productive with their time, filling out paperwork or whatever. How would you trust them? Like, how would you feel about that person? Show up for yourself in the ways that you would want a friend to show up for you, or you would expect a friend to show up for you, or the way you would show up for somebody else. You may be someone who is always trying to help others, maybe encouraging them or trying to help them achieve their goals, or, sending them like links or books, products, whatever it may be, articles that you think will benefit them or like help their growth in some way. But you're not showing up for yourself in that way. Like, you're not investing that sort of thinking and mental energy into your own self and your own growth. And that is exactly what's needed to get you into sharing your gifts, into sharing your purpose. How can you help others when you're not even helping yourself? When you're not even filling your own cup, how can you pour into others? How can you share your gifts with the world if your cup's empty? And you're constantly worrying about doing something more important. What's more important than you? Like, this is your life. This is your story. The work you want to put out in the world, that is coming from you. So, as important as your dreams are to you, your goals are to you, this purpose that you feel so called to, make yourself that important. Invest into your appearance. Invest into your health. Invest into whatever would make you feel confident, would make you feel like showing up in the world is easy for you. Like being seen is easy for you. Like, make yourself feel so good and so alive and so just overflowing with radiance that there's no other option but to just share that and spread that into the world and show up in your purpose. Make yourself the main character of your life. Stop making other people more important in your own life than you are. They have their own lives. They should be making themselves a priority in their lives, and it's not your responsibility to constantly be pouring into them. You need to feel the responsibility of you needing to show up for yourself now. Struggle. This may be a big struggle for you. Like you're swimming upstream. It's like it's not natural. It's not how you flow. This is not how you operate. But it's what's necessary. Look, see how this compass is over here, like behind, above the fish who is struggling upstream to help others grow? And they're completely not looking at their inner compass, their true north, their destiny. You're carrying a boulder up a hill for somebody else instead of turning inwards and asking yourself, what do I need? What would it feel like if I woke up in the morning and I was the priority? If I was trying to help someone else, like maybe regain their energy or their health or their confidence, like what is the schedule that I would tell them to follow throughout the day? What would I tell them to do first thing in the morning? What would I recommend are the practices that they should do to get into their higher potential? And do that for yourself. Make yourself that schedule. Invest into yourself. Invest money into yourself. I'm feeling like you may have a really hard time investing money into your own needs. I'm seeing like you're maybe shopping on Amazon or something, and you put all your essentials in the cart for like your household and whatnot. And, maybe for anyone else, your kids, partner, whoever. And you have a few things in your cart that you like really wanted for yourself. And I can just see you like save for later, save for later, save for later. Not important, not priority. That can wait. But how long is it going to wait? A month? 2 months? 6 months? A year? Never? When are you going to invest in yourself? Now. Now is when you're going to invest in yourself. Let's see. Slow but steady. And I love this card because you can see that there's just like raindrops like sprinkling down on the turtle, and then the spiral on the turtle is kind of symbolizing to me like going inwards into yourself. And then you can see the plants growing on either side, like growth. And to me, water is a symbol of like nourishment, like watering your own garden. And investing time into maybe your psychic development or your inner work as well. Unlimited possibilities came out with ascension. This is the key. This is what you need to get to that next level that you have been dog paddling trying to get to, but not going anywhere. Home. I'm getting that this is going to be a way for you to really journey back home into yourself, to find a greater sense of home into yourself, a greater sense of self-love, self-worth, and belonging. Because the more grounded you are inside your body, and when you're prioritizing your own self, it's like when you're constantly looking outward at others, how can I help others? How can I pour into others? How can I give? Are you even seeing your own body? Are you seeing yourself? Or are you just completely focused outwards? And it's like, maybe you, that's what we got in the beginning of the reading, is struggling with that sense of belonging. So we got first chakra here. That sense of home and belonging and acceptance. This is the key to finding that, because you're going to take your gaze and attention from always being out on others into yourself, into your own body, into, improving your health, your appearance, the way you, like, how do you want to dress? How do you want to show up in the world? Like, what would make you feel good? What type of movement or exercise is going to make you feel good in your body? Is it dancing? Is it like intuitive movement? Is it like, you know, what is it? Yoga, weightlifting, running, like, what is going to make you feel rejuvenated and good in your body and like get you into your own body? Like taking the focus to yourself, and that's going to take you into yourself. And that is where you will find a greater sense of belonging. Inner journey, what am I saying? Yes. It's going to take you finally making yourself the priority, finally focusing on your journey, your development, to get you to where you want to be. Teaching. Maybe you want to be a leader of sorts. And that's why you're always trying to help others. You're always trying to pour into everyone else because you want to help. You want to help on a grander scale. But helping the individuals around you, that's going to suck all your energy and all your time. And you're not going to have any left to bring your gifts into into the tangible world. Like you're going to be exhausted by the time that you have invested energy into all these people. You know, you're thinking constantly about them. When you see an article or you hear a song or, you know, you see an ad for a course or a supplement, you're constantly thinking like, oh, that would be great for so-and-so. Oh, so-and-so would love this. And even that mental energy of thinking that way, like those thought patterns, like there's no mental energy or even physical energy or life force left in you to pour into the work, into your gifts, and to even the time that it requires to like work on yourself, your inner journey, like delve into your spiritual practices in order to awaken more and more gifts. You quite literally cannot come into this leadership and teaching role until you come into your power, your empowerment, your full aliveness. It's time for you to wrap those arms around yourself. When you see that supplement, how can it benefit you? When you hear that song, do you like that song? Does that song speak to you? When you read that article, how does it apply to you? If it doesn't apply to you, stop reading it. Stop living your life for everyone else around you because it's keeping you from your path. And maybe this walking away is the first step to this journey. The first step you needed to take to walk through this door to personal happiness and healing. To walk the rest of the way down this bridge and drop any of that baggage off of the bridge. I love this reading. New day. Yes, as soon as you make this shift, the changes that you're going to see are going to be lightning quick. just you watch. Do this for a week and see what happens. Start now. Go into your Amazon cart and add some priority things that you want for yourself after you watch this video. Start now. What's a book that you want to read that will help you, that speaks to you? Do that. What's a morning drink that would help you start your day on an incredible note? Or like a morning ritual of some sort. Joy is coming out in the reverse. Interesting. Abundance. It's all good. Yeah, this realization may be making you like grieve a little bit for yourself. Maybe it's making you kind of realize how much time has passed you by where you've been living with an empty cup and pouring into others who maybe aren't even that receptive or appreciative of what you're doing for them. See, when you start sharing your gifts with the world, it won't be exhausting like it is when you're pouring into those around you, because the people who are going to gravitate towards your work, they're going to be seeking you out. Like, they are going to want what you have to offer, and therefore they're going to be receiving it with open arms and grateful and thankful, and quite possibly even having some sort of monetary exchange, which is an energy exchange. So it's like you're investing energy, they're investing energy back. What I'm getting with this It's All Good card is to maybe shift your perspective a little bit and maybe look back on these patterns that you've had with a different perspective. Like, what has this taught you? Has this maybe taught you how completely drained you feel living in this way? What is it really like ingrained into you? Like, that's what I'm getting, is to really think about that. All right, a couple last cards for this collective. Feminine energy. Wow. Followed by masculine energy. Maybe you have a difficult time relaxing. You have a difficult time pouring into yourself, or like giving yourself permission to do something that brings you joy. Maybe that is also why this joy came out in reverse. You have a difficult time allowing yourself to get into that frequency of joy, enjoying things, just being in your energy. But in order to learn yourself, and in order to finally take the action that you want to take, you need to stop demonizing your feminine. When your inner masculine and inner feminine are working against each other, like when your inner masculine is telling your inner feminine, who is wanting to just be in her feels, in her essence, in her energy, feel herself, be creative, do something that's just enjoyable, sit in her peace, sit in fulfillment. When your inner masculine is telling the inner feminine that is desiring those things, that it's a waste of time, that it's not worth her time, that her priorities and her wants are at the bottom of the list or not even on the list. It's like those inner forces are fighting against each other. And then you're getting nowhere. Then you're stuck. It's like you want to take all of this action with this masculine card here, but you can't. Even though you're like stressing over taking the action, for some reason you're stuck. It's like it's all you can think about. Your mind is like maybe going like a little crazy, constantly stressing yourself over the action that you're not taking. But because your inner masculine is making your inner feminine feel completely worthless, let's just put it a little harsh. It's like she's wounded by that. And she's your inner life force. How are you supposed to take action when your life force is on empty? When your sexual energy, your creative energy, your ability to create is empty. That creation tank is empty. You can't like, you could want to take action. Like your inner masculine could be like, this is the direction that I want to go. This is the driving force. Like we need to go this way and do these things. But if you have no life force to fuel that direction, you're stuck. You're absolutely stuck in place. So maybe, meditate with this, journal with this. How can you start prioritizing and validating and making your inner feminine needs and wants of higher importance? And then come into that balance. Because you need both feminine and masculine. You don't just need to be all in your feminine. You need that masculine energy to organize, to have that forward momentum and direction and focus. You need that. But you also need this feminine energy in order to bring your, strengthen your intuition and have those creative hits that are ultimately going to give you the ideas to bring your life's work into fruition. You need her. You need to learn to give yourself permission to follow those hits of inspiration, those creative things that you want to do. To prioritize yourself, to buy the skincare that you've been wanting, to buy the hair dye, the shampoo, the cute top, the new shoes, whatever it is, the supplements, the whatever it is, the course, the self-improvement course or the self-development course or whatever it is, the book that you've been wanting to buy, do it. Make her feel important. Put her in the spotlight. Build up your life force. All right, what are those last notes for this collective? Oh, wow, I love this. Okay, so we have honoring your energy. When you're tired or you're not feeling up to it, honor that. If you're exhausted and you want to take a nap, honor that. Just be in your essence. That is honoring your feminine. What does she want to feel? Does she want to take a bath? Does she want to veg on the couch for a bit? And self-love following that. It's time to nourish yourself. And then we have reunion of souls, which is just, to me, speaking to that inner union of the masculine and feminine, like working together, coming together, honoring each other for their strengths. And also reclaiming and re-embracing those parts of yourself that you've been pushing down, pushing away, like these hits of inspiration that you get and you say, that's not important. Like, reclaim that part of yourself. Maybe you used to be creative. Maybe you used to have certain hobbies that you just put on the back burner now. Reclaim that. This is a why am I blinking? I'm totally blinking. And anyways, the last one here is new beginnings. This is a complete new beginning for you. A new mindset, a complete shift in perspective on how you live your life. And it is going to bring you into this blossoming abundance and across this bridge, well on your way to exactly where you want to be. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, comment something down below and let me know. Give this video a like. Consider subscribing if you're resonating with my messages. And this is a brand new channel, so there's going to be so much more to come. I will be creating embodiment practices, guided journeys, and down the line a little bit, maybe some energy healings that kind of correlate with these messages. So yeah, stay tuned, join the family, and I will see you next time.